Hello there, my name is John Scamman and I'm the Vicar at St Thomas's Church in Lancaster. Today I want to give you an important update concerning our Heart of the City project. As many of you know, as a church we have embarked on a major building project and we are now aiming to build a new church centre for approximately £2.5 million. Now we're doing this to sustain the great ministry the church already does, to invest in growth for the future of the church, to provide ministries like the Family Life Centre to support people in need, and to provide city centre facilities for the community. Now this new centre is going to give us 7 large and mid-sized meeting rooms in place of the 2 that we currently have. This will enable all of our youth and children's groups to meet on site, as well as a wide variety of new and existing groups. The new centre is going to improve our accessibility by including a lift and also an adult changing places toilet. We're going to be putting solar panels on the roof and greatly improving our energy efficiency in order to reduce our carbon footprint. Now, as a church, we have given generously to this project over the last 3.5 years, raising over £2 million through donations, fundraising events and activities, and grant applications. This has enabled us to carry out extensive repair works to the church building already and prepare the detailed designs needed for the new centre. We've successfully carried out a rigorous tender process. This has led us to a preferred contractor who has given us a competitive price and who was ready to begin work in May. So in March, we launched the 3rd of our pledge campaigns, and then the coronavirus pandemic struck. Our public worship services have been closed since the week after we launched our pledge campaign, and the building trade has been halted. We've entered a huge period of uncertainty as a society, with health, education, and financial sectors coming under enormous strain. None of us have been unaffected. And so the Church Council took the decision to pause the project back in March and delay the return of our Heart of the City pledges. However, 3 months later, some restrictions are easing. Certain elements of society are starting to return to work. Our contractors have indicated that they are ready to begin work on our project, but we are not yet able to gather for public worship. So in June, we felt that it was time to review this decision to pause the project by carrying out a survey of church members. Thank you so much to all of you who responded to this survey. We had over 250 responses. I want to say a big thank you to Karen Shackleton and Chris Park, who worked so hard to analyze your replies. Now, to our surprise, we found that the support level for the project has altered very little as a result of the coronavirus pandemic, with 81% of the church remaining equally committed to the project. We also found that 58% of you who responded have already given to the project, but are willing to pledge to give again. A further 11% of you haven't yet given to the project, but are considering giving for the first time now. Now, taken together, that means that 69% of those who responded are considering giving to the project now. 88% of those who responded indicated that despite the uncertainty of the coronavirus pandemic, you felt that it was appropriate for us to invite pledges to be returned by the 5th of July. And finally, 67% of you who responded said that you thought that building work should start as soon as possible. And then a further 18% of you gave your support to the PCC to make that decision on your behalf, having looked at all the possibilities. Thank you so much for your replies. That was a tremendously encouraging set of responses. As a result, the PCC has taken the decision to reactivate our pledge campaign and invite us as a church to return pledges by Sunday, the 5th of July. Obviously, this is a complex time when many of us are facing uncertain financial futures. And if you are not in a position to make a pledge at this time, we fully understand. Please don't feel under pressure to respond. We are inviting pledges over a 2-year period But if you think that it might be more possible for you to give over a longer period, or if you feel that you might be able to make a donation but not a pledge, please just indicate on all that on the pledge form. Others of us may find that, for instance, with overseas holidays looking so uncertain at present, that we actually have more money in our bank accounts than usual, and so we might be able to consider a larger pledge than we would have anticipated back in March. Now, we are already 75% of the way to completing both phases 1 and 2. But at this point, we are looking to raise about £700,000 to be able to cover all of the remaining costs of the new centre plus the car park. We do have low-cost bridging loans arranged, which could cover the shortfall, but we would much prefer to open debt-free, if at all possible. So if you are able to give generously at this time, we would be very grateful. If you are able to consider giving to the project at this time, then you will find all of the details of how to give on the church website, www.sint.tees.org.uk. These details will also be on the Connect email and on our social media pages. We'd be so grateful if you could send in an indication of your response to our treasurer, Richard, either by post or hand-delivered to the church office, or even better, via the dedicated email address, treasurer@sint.tees.org.uk. If we could receive those by Sunday the 5th of July, that would be hugely helpful for the PCC as we seek God's guidance for the way forward at this time. Now, if you'd like to find out more or talk things through in person, then I'm going to be offering a series of Zoom chats together with Tim Parsons, our project manager, on 4 different weekday evenings across a fortnight, each one lasting for up to an hour, starting at 7:30 p.m. You're welcome to come along to one of those to hear a bit more about the project, to share your thoughts, ideas, or questions. So if you'd like to join us, just go to the church website, click on the links that you'll find there in order to join the Zoom chat on the night that you're free. Now, in the meantime, there is lots for us to think about with regards to church life during and after the pandemic. We're all learning lots about the opportunities that online church gives us, but also realizing how much we miss meeting together. There's no doubt that we have a great opportunity to reimagine church for the future. But no matter how much life has changed in the short term, I am confident that future generations will be glad of excellent premises for mission and ministry in our city centre location. Despite all the challenges we face in this pandemic, I believe that God has said to me, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. So let's be of good courage and press ahead. Thank you for your generosity to help make this possible. Please do be prayerfully considering what your response might be. God bless you and thank you for listening.